and theory that can be used in the classroom is indirect or implicit instruction. This would be in contrast to direct or explicit instruction. So in indirect instruction, it is a student-centered strategy as opposed to being teacher-centered. It is inquiry-based. The teacher is the facilitator, so rather than the teacher being fully the leader, giving all the information, the teacher is a facilitator, provides some guidance, but is not giving the students all the information. But students are given the tools that they need to succeed. So indirect does not mean good and direct does not mean bad. These are both just two different ways of instruction and different strategies, and in fact they can often be used together even within the same lesson. For example, a teacher might start out with a more direct method, giving some information and background, and then might send students off into a more indirect or implicit strategy to continue the learning in that way. Some examples of indirect instruction are historical inquiry through document analysis, various types of group discussions, they could be formal debates, or student self-evaluation. And some strengths of indirect or implicit instruction is that it encourages students to think beyond the facts given, so they need to really think critically about what is given to them. And it can be very useful in teaching students real-world behaviors or how to deal with real life situations. In real life, beyond the classroom, students might have times where they are faced with a problem and they have to think strategically or look at it from different angles, and indirect or implicit instruction might help provide them with the tools to be able to do that. And it does require a higher level of thinking, so this is a good way to challenge your students to kind of think beyond what they might know already. And one big strength of indirect teaching is that it really makes students be actively involved. So when students are actively thinking while they're learning, they learn well. Indirect instruction gives students that engagement and hopefully motivation to really put time and energy into what they're learning, and so it can be a really good way for students to learn well and maintain that knowledge.